Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Big Bother. Has to be the only podcast where we recap Big Brother one season at a time. I'm Mike. This is Mason.
And
He's an expert on Big Brother.
I watch way too much.
I am not. I've never seen it.
And maybe never will.
I get a lot of joy out of these about you telling me about Big Brother is, I think, more fun than the show could possibly be.
Maybe. I don't know. I personally get a lot of joy out of the show. Mm-hmm. Almost as much joy as saying the following phrase. Friend of the podcast, Jihadi John.
That's Mason's new website. You can check him out there. Friends of the podcast, jihadijohn.com. It almost rhymes.
You know who that is?
I assume it's a Big Brother contestant.
No,
I don't know.
That's the guy.
There's Mike Boogie, and then there's Jihadi John.
You know
Cheryl the MILF.
Like 10 years ago when there were a bunch of ISIS beheading videos.
Yes,
he was the beheader.
Oh my God!
He got killed in a drone strike.
What are you doing? Oh. And you're sure he wasn't a cast member of the show? You're sure?
I don't know. They had Cobra Tate. He's in the demographic.
Yeah. Oh, they would have had to have him and Andrew the Cobra Tate on different seasons.
I can't have them both. It'd be too crazy.
Good God.
You're going to edit that. It's going to be uploaded. It's just going to be like bleeps.
I'm going to put just that clip up. That's it. It'll be our April Fool's episode.
Oh, my God. Holy Jesus.
Yeah, I'm going to go get some more coffee. God damn it.
I just looked up a list of the worst human beings to ever live.
And you wanted me to edit out like your Holocaust joke you made? You're going to come out with shit?
He had the funniest name. He had the funniest name of all the worst people in history.
So he was a British guy.
Yeah.
And he was like, I agree with everything ISIS stands for, and I'm going to call myself Jihadi John.
I don't think he gave himself that. He had a Middle Eastern sounding name.
Because Jihadi John sounds like what a terrible comedian would call one of his colorful characters.
Yes, that's true. That's true. That could be a Jeff Dunham puppet today.
It easily could be a Jeff Dunham puppet. Isn't it already? He has a kind of is. He has like a stereotypical Muslim terrorist.
Yeah, Middle Eastern terrorist guy.
I can't remember his name because why would I? But yeah, Jihadi John. It sounds like one of Sweet Dee's characters that she does on Always Sunny in Philadelphia, like the Latin TV reporter and the fucking. They're just so terrible.
I got us way off track with this stupid
But
thing.
yeah, no. I'll edit out your Hitler joke. Fucking Jesus Christ. You fucking piece of shit.
God, truly. No cap on a stack. All facts. No printer.
Welcome back to Big Bother, the only podcast where we recap every season of Big Brother, one season at a time. Today, we're going to be doing season 4.
Season 4.
Season 4. I'm Mike. This is Mason. Mason has seen almost every season of Big Brother. I haven't seen any. And he tells me about them one season at a time. And honestly, I think it's more fun than the show could ever give me.
I'm giving you the rundown. I'm giving you the highlights. You don't get any of the lowlights.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Sean William Scott, Christopher Walken. It's not a movie podcast.
I've never seen whatever the hell you're talking about.
I have too much coffee, not enough alcohol.
Every Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson movie I've seen has been without my consent.
Tight.
Yeah.
Scorpion King?
I've never seen it.
Yeah, you're not missing it.
I saw Jumanji, unfortunately.
Oh, I heard it was good.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You can tell all the parts about... I don't. This is like just like a feeling I get. I can always tell when old people write young people. I can always tell when young people write young people.
Yeah.
Because in Jumanji,
Well, yeah, one of they're all like high school kids who get transported into the game, and their characters are adults.
and like it's like I can't even lampoon it because it's so on the nose stereotypical where they're all like, I have anxiety, I'm a vegan, I'm afraid of conflict, and it's like, oh man, were they like, is the joke here that everyone writes young people like that, but like they play it so serious. It's like, oh, it's about learning the value of hard work. It's so bad, dude.
We're gonna teach these high school kids how to play video games correctly.
It's so...
Back in my day, video games were challenging. You couldn't just save your game. You had to beat it all in one shot while your mother was telling you to go to bed. And you didn't do it.
Back in my day, we had this game called Dragon's Quest. Whoa. And it was all animated cartoons, and you just had to memorize everything to do. There was no strategy. You just had to hit left when it lit up the door, and then you hit left. Yeah. The guy runs left, and then the dragon fire burns him. He turns into a skeleton.
Yeah. And you just keep pumping in quarters until you remember how to do it all.
Was that Dragon's Lair?
That was Dragon's Lair.
Dragon's Lair.
Dragon Quest was like a JRPG.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Welcome back to Big Bother.
Third time's a charm.
Big Bother. We, on this show, are recapping the television show Big Brother, one season at a time. I've never seen the show. Mason is going to explain every season to me in an episode. Today, we are on season 4. Let me see if I remember what happened last season. I'll recap it. We left off.
All right.
The winner was the cheese-eating debutante, wasn't it?
No, that's Amy.
No, she got deep.
She got deep.
The winner was not Danielle, who was like the super manipulator.
Correct.
It was Lisa.
Yes.
The very kind of mediocre white person, as we talked about.
Hey.
But people liked her more because she wasn't as overtly manipulative and as overtly deceptive.
Yeah.
In the edit, at least.
Exactly.
So that's where we left off. The new standard of gameplay was kind of to like try to not form overt alliances like Chilltown tried to do, like the cartel tried to do.
Yeah.
But to work shit behind the scenes, try to like if everything's working, they won't know you're doing anything at all.
Exactly.
That kind of thing. Also, there was a group of white people who called themselves the cartel.
Not great.
Yeah.
Hey.
Worse. I didn't think. Remember when we were talking about season 2, and I said, "Oh, it can't get any worse than Chilltown."
Yeah.
And then it just immediately got worse.
Well, hey, I've got good.
At least Chilltown is chill, bro.
I've got good news and bad news about this season.
Okay.
Okay. Which do you want first?
Like, hold on. A group of white people forms an alliance and calls themselves the Fifth Reich. Fifth Reich.
No, okay. The good news is there's far less overtones of racial tension in this season.
Okay.
The bad news is because because they vote out the one black person first.
Oh my god. So that's what they tried to do last season.
Yes.
And then Jerry, the teacher,
grew a conscience.
He was like, I think it's wrong that everyone's ganging up on the one black gay guy that we have.
Yep.
Why don't we give him a shot, see if we can get to know him a little bit, before we just immediately throw out the only minority in the house. Or one of two, right? Because I think Danielle was...
also a black woman.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Season 4.
So everyone watching season 3 was just like, I know where they went wrong.
Yeah.
I know where they went wrong. It was Jerry's fault.
All the white people were taking notes. Like, Jerry, you motherfucker.
Jerry, you fucking piece. They won't rest until they just get a fucking Aryan household, huh?
That's true.
Good Lord.
All right. Well.
I didn't think that there would be... I don't know why. I guess I just didn't think about it at all, because if I had thought about it for literally 2 seconds, I should have known. Oh, reality TV show, early 2000s? No, yeah, there's probably a lot of racism.
They're going to do racist stuff all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
But then I don't know why it's surprising.
They even do a bunch of racist stuff in this season, but it's directed all at Asians.
So even after they vote, so they vote out the one black contestant week 1.
Yes.
And then they're just like, oh, there's no black people left. Who are we gonna gang up on now? And they chose Asians.
They didn't really gang up on them.
Was there an Asian person in the house?
There were 2.
Okay.
They didn't really gang up on them. They were just like, we're all doing their like Chinese guy or like hibachi cook impression jokes, and then they would like look to the Asian people, and go,
Oh wow.
ah.
Were they doing horrible accents?
It's
while they were
super
doing
uncomfortable.
it?
Yes,
wow.
it's so uncomfortable.
Wow.
They have one contest where like it was like a food contest, and the contestant who hosted the contest had to dress up as a chef, and he kept the outfit that they gave him and would just go around doing the Chinese accent, pretending to be a hibachi chef, and then just be like, "G, you love this, right?
Wow.
G, back me up on this, G. Wow. You love this."
Yes.
Isn't this so funny? And then they go to G in the diary room, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's like not great, but like he's like a cool guy, I guess. He's like funny or whatever. I just don't understand why he keeps doing it every day."
Because nobody's telling him that it's not fucking funny.
Also, he's like 3 times G's size.
Yeah, right. Oh, I didn't realize something. Yeah, fucking Ivan Drago's walking around the house.
It's not comfortable.
Fucking saying, it's funny, right? Right?
It's super not comfortable. I told you.
Oh my god.
All right. You're going to hear me say this a lot about early seasons, okay? A lot. But a lot of things change and influence how the game happens in the future because of things that happen.
Sure, the game,
in the
that's
it's super early.
That's a pattern I'm noticing, is that after every season, there's some kind of shakeup to the format of the game.
Exactly. This one, they learned from last year. There was huge fan outcry after Danielle lost because all the jury got to go home and watch her say mean things in the diary room and not say Lisa say bad things in the diary room.
Right.
So now there's 13 contestants. 7 of them get sequestered in jury after a certain point in the game. So after the first 4 evictions, we stick a bunch of people in a jury house. They can't go home. They get a DVD or a cassette tape every week. When a new person gets voted out, they'll bring like a video with them where you watch like contests. Mm-hmm. And I think really only the contests. They never make it like explicitly clear what's on the tapes. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure it's just contest results.
So rather than having the voted out people watch what the audiences at home are watching, they get a special tape.
Exactly.
It's a special edit just for the other contestants.
Yes. Doesn't include diary room.
Gotcha.
Doesn't include strategic game talk between contestants.
Gotcha.
So when you get to the jury house, you have your tape, and then you have like whatever you communicate to people. Mm-hmm. Like Justin was like acting really shady all week, or like I think that Dana was behind this, yeah. Or like.
So you have to form theories as opposed to just watching people confess in a closet.
Yeah, and then when you get to finals, when it's just the 2 people left and the jury's kind of grilling them before they vote, they get to like really question them, really like dig into things. Like finals at this point in the game take like 2 hours. There's like a 2-hour period that the jury, they have like opening statements from both the finalists. Yeah. The jury grills them for a long time, and then they have closing statements, and then the jury votes.
Interesting.
So like this represents a huge change from 2 and 3, because like you have this super long period of time, and the jury can't like just like go home and see you being a huge piece on TV. Also,
yeah, it almost seems like it's too easy.
Yeah, one might say
it's like if you're a detective, but every single one of your people confesses immediately. It's like, oh wow, case closed. Show me the fucking knife and everything. Yeah,
wow, surprising. Also, we see the first sort of cast. So remember I told you twists in the game come in the form of either like special ways that they gather the cast, or a mechanical change to the game.
Right.
We see the first one this year, which is the Big Brother calls it the X Factor. The way that
until that show was invented 6 years later.
Well, they probably didn't trademark that, or CBS was on that.
I don't know that anybody can trademark just like a commonly used phrase. I don't know.
I mean, you probably can. I feel like there are multiple instances of this, especially like Disney being like super copyright hounds and stuff.
Yeah. But like, I feel like if I wanted to name my show you're a piece. And the
You
show
would
is
have
about
Dan-
who's the biggest piece of
you
shit,
would
but we don't
have
want to say shit because we're on
Dan
television.
Giesling would be on you in a second.
I don't know that. I don't know that he would have a case.
Maybe.
Because it's just, you can't copyright slang. You can't copyright
That doesn't mean
fucking colloquialisms.
That hasn't stopped people from trying.
True.
Doesn't Paris Hilton have a copyright on That's Hot, or is it that she tried to and everyone thought that was funny? I think I was a little young.
I think she tried to, and everyone thought that was funny. That's the thing is, you can throw money at a case and try as much as you want, and that's a lot of what Disney does.
They
just throw money and lawyers at it.
try
and
to
it's just
ruin
like,
people's lives by dragging them through courts
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
I hate Disney. I hope everyone who works at, I don't know, what constitutes a threat?
Probably.
I'm
what
not
you're
going to
about
finish
to
that
say.
joke. I'm not going to finish that joke. I'm not going to finish that joke.
Yeah.
Which
Just
was
say
a joke.
you wish that Disney would just be better.
Every Disney
Maybe
executive,
sell some of their properties off.
every Disney executive, I hope you never have a cold beer for the rest of your life.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, let me tell you how Project freaking
So what
the
was,
X
so what
Factor
was
works.
the X Factor? Season 4,
Okay,
Big Brother,
so
the X
there's
Factor.
13 contestants.
Sure.
This is up from 12.
Gotcha.
They bring the first 8 people out and they put them in front of the door, and Julie Chen is like, "We're gonna let you in. Make sure to claim your bed. You might have noticed there's only 8 of you. We'll discuss that when you get inside." They let the first 8 people in. They all grab a bed. They all gather around in the living room, and they're like, "This is like clearly way too few people. There's usually
there's
12
a lot of open beds. Yeah.
There's usually 12 people on the show. There's more beds. What the heck's going on?" Julie Chen comes up on the TV. She's like, "All right, we didn't tell y'all this. We tried very hard to keep it a secret. But while y'all were in the pre-show sequester, we got 5 contestants on short notice that are some of your ex-partners."
Oh, shit.
It's so good. So there's 5 more contestants for a total of 13. They got people who were ex-partners, ex-romantic partners in the show together. They got 5 pairs.
Oh, my God.
The first thing this 8 people does is there's this old guy. His name's Jack. He's an ex-FBI agent. He says, "All right, guys, let's listen. I don't know any of you. There's a chance that we like each other or we don't. Let's make this easy on ourselves. We promise to work together. Don't tell the exes this, but we're going to get them all out first."
Yeah.
He's like, "Listen, we can worry about how, what happens with us later. Let's just all agree right now we're going to target the exes." And they all shake on it. They're all good.
That's a foolproof plan because nobody has ever harbored emotional feelings towards their exes ever. So
Also, famously on Big Brother, big alliances that form on day one very famously get along and stick together the whole game.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah.
We all saw how the cartel dominated season 3.
You say that. The cartel won. The cartel won.
True, but wasn't Lisa the only one left
yes.
after like 5 episodes?
The top 5 was 4 non-cartel.
Yeah.
So we got.
Shit, wasn't Dr. Will part of Chilltown?
He was.
Well, fuck, maybe I'm the asshole.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Idiot. So we got 5 couples. We got this guy Scott, his ex Amanda. We
He's
have
one of the 5. These are the 5 coming in.
These are the 5 coming in. Amanda's coming in. We got this she was like a college student. Her name was Michelle. Mm-hmm. And then her ex, his name is he got out really soon. This is where it's tested me. I think it is James. I'm going to check the wiki real quick. I don't want to get this guy's name wrong because he comes up very importantly.
While Mason's doing that, I'm going to use this opportunity to say, hey, if you want to sponsor the show, this is the time frame where I would put your ad or your product or whatever, and we would talk about how it's a good product and that people might want to buy it. Please don't contact us if you have a dog shit, piece of shit, scam artist product.
Well, hold on. Let's not rule anything out. I really like money.
Unless you're willing to pay.
If you
money.
pay well, we will advertise scams.
Tell you what, some products can pay us with the product itself.
Yeah.
Others, we need cash.
We need money.
We need cash, baby.
I will happily advertise a scam if you pay me lots of money. Okay. The guy's name is David.
You fucking piece.
I know. That's on me. That's on me. He
I hope you never have a cold beer for the rest of your life. You fucking scam artist.
Shut up. We got Michelle and David, okay? He's an ex-Army Ranger. She's a college student.
Yeah.
Okay, we have G and June. So June went in first. G is her ex-boyfriend. Mm-hmm. We have Justin and his ex, Allison. And then we have Erica and her ex, Robert. Those are the 5. So they're bringing in G, Justin, Robert, Amanda, and Michelle. And all these 8 people are like, all right, we got this. We got this.
Yeah.
Go team.
Okay.
They bring in the
Sworn
other
oath. Nobody get back with their ex.
Yeah.
It almost never happens.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
No one is going to have an immediate emotional reaction that's going to get them kicked out of the house. Yeah. We promise. Yeah. They all do that. And surprisingly, throughout the whole season, the exes never learn about this till the very end. Like, it doesn't go to plan. Yeah. Obviously, they all fuck up pretty much immediately. Yeah. But the exes never figure it out. They're down to final 4 before 2 of them are like, hey, do you think
all these
that
exes just come in and they're just like, no, everything's super chill. Why wouldn't it be?
on the first week, one of the first 8 gets in and they put up 2 exes and they're just like,
yeah, no, it's fine.
That's probably that makes sense. So the first thing that you learn when they get all these exes in is that
X Factor.
Yeah, you got it. All right, I know it's a little hard.
It just clicked.
Scott is really super still into Amanda. Okay. He's super bitter about their breakup. Mm-hmm. He wishes he could still make it work. Every time they bring him into the diary room, he's like...
And this is the Army Ranger, right?
No. Scott is just like a bartender.
Oh, okay.
He's like...
Relatable.
Yeah. He's like, I think it's fate that brought us here. I think CBS kind of is reconnecting us for a reason. And... These
reality TV show producers have my best interests in mind. They're looking out for us.
You could tell the guy is pretty unbalanced. It's very understandable why Amanda broke up with him. Yeah. Because he's when she rejects his advances and she's like, I really don't want to get back into. I don't want to get back together.
I'm just here to make $500,000.
He's throwing chairs and
oh wow,
screaming at people and breaking stuff. And on the 9th day, they're like, hey, the production's like, hey, we had to eject Scott for his own mental well-being. It's did y'all not think this might happen?
Yeah.
You're bringing all their exes back in.
Nobody, also, apparently nobody stopped to ask why they weren't together anymore. Jesus Christ. Maybe.
Oh, no. What? They do. Because in the opening montage where they show all the contestants in their normal life, they're like, they'll get their big brother key to the house. It's this big prop key, and they're like, oh my God, I'm going to Big Brother. And they're like, what do you do? And they're like, oh, I'm I sell pharmaceutical products. How was your breakup with your last ex? And they're just like, it was
good.
Yeah, it was good. And then they ask another completely unrelated question. Are you not burying the lead a little bit here?
Oh my God.
It's so good.
God. How did 9/11 affect you personally? God.
Oh my God. Holy Jesus. All these people are immediately sent into emotional turmoil. Yeah. They're all sad. They're all angry. They're all horny. They're all watching everything they say and do because there's $500,000 consequences. The tension is insanely high this year.
Yeah.
It's awful. Except for a couple of them. Justin is just this big goofy idiot. He's just hey,
whatever, man. Well, because there's 3 people in the house that don't have exes there at all.
That's true.
So they're probably just fucking chill.
Yeah, they're vibing. They loving life.
Yeah. Why they didn't immediately form an alliance beyond me.
Yeah, who knows? They should have.
Hey, you guys just want to kick back and chill while these people fucking destroy themselves?
So Scott gets taken out, right?
Yeah.
And then Amanda is still on the block, and they put up a replacement nominee. They're like, all right, G, get up there. We don't think anyone will vote you out. And for the first time in Big Brother history, the first week, the target actually goes home, not the pawn. They send Amanda out.
Wow.
Unanimously.
So far, every time they're like, well, you'll be fine. We'll put you up just as, as a placeholder.
And they get clapped.
No, fuck you.
Yeah. They fight because Michelle is like associated with Scott by way of like him talking to her all week and then going like absolutely unhinged.
Wait, so Scott got ejected by the producers, and then Amanda was voted out anyway?
Yep.
Wow.
They still have if someone gets ejected, they still hold a normal like eviction that week under most circumstances, unless it's like the day before eviction day or something.
Right.
I can't personally remember.
What's crazy is that this has happened multiple times.
Oh yeah, a lot of people get expelled.
I mean, I guess it's just the crop of people who are willing to go on reality TV and put their fucking personal lives on a spotlight like that. There's probably a high percentage of unhinged people among that group.
Yes.
I'm not saying they all are. I'm just saying.
You're exactly right.
You take 100 people who all sign, like, I put out a posting, reality TV people who wants to be on it. 100 people show up. 25 of them are going to be unhinged. It's
true.
That's just what's going to happen.
Also, I forgot, before she gets evicted, Amanda and David do something that has never been done in the Big Brother house since then. They bone.
No one. Wait, in 4 seasons of the show, nobody's boned?
Nobody's boned. They're the first to bone.
Wow.
They are the first to have sex in the Big Brother house. This is what I find particularly heinous about the entire thing. This guy named.
It's all the
that's all
the full frontal nudity that they showed.
That's forgivable. Forgivable. The human body is beautiful. The guy who was HOH was Nathan.
Yeah.
David goes up to him and he's like, "Yo, I think Amanda's really feeling me. Can we like have the HOH room for the night?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, go get you some." And then they go in there, they have sex in the HOH room, and then they leave and Nathan has to go sleep in there. In the sex bed.
What was wrong with his own room?
If you win HOH, you get your own private room.
So he's the only one who doesn't have a roommate.
Yeah.
Well, why not just go to your roommate and be like, "Can you go sit in the living room for a while?"
Because it's like 8 bunks to a room.
Oh, it's like barrack style.
There's like 2 big bedrooms. You can't get everyone out of the house to boink.
Jeez.
It's so bad. Dude. Oh, wow. He's like, he has sex with her and then votes her out. It was unanimous.
He voted her out.
He voted her out.
Oh my God.
Because it was 9-0.
Peace. And this was who? This was
David. This was Michelle's ex.
David and who was
Amanda.
Amanda. Oh my God.
So 2 people who had exes in the house got together.
So we just watched her ex-boyfriend fucking have a fucking mental breakdown and a violent mental breakdown at that. And then it's like, oh wow, sorry you had to go through all that. Let's fuck. By the way, see ya.
Kick rocks,
Jesus
loser.
Christ.
She had it so bad. She had it so bad.
That's so fucking mean.
Imagine.
Dude. Oh my God.
Imagine you get called by CBS and they're like, "We're going to put you on a TV show with a $500,000 prize." And then the events that happen is your ex shows up,
he
breaks
fucking
everything.
Loses his mind.
Some rando.
You probably are afraid for your life at some point. Some rando fucking kicks you to the fucking curb. Oh my God.
It's so crazy.
She should write a book, dude. Holy shit.
My 12 Days on Big Brother.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's so good. She got absolutely destroyed.
Holy shit.
So unfair. Oh, it was so good.
Fuck, dude. Jesus. God, dude. Nobody deserves that. Dude.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't
see the show. I don't know how. What was her behavior like? Was she an asshole?
Fine. She's a normal woman.
She's a normal person, right?
She's super well
She wasn't
adjusted.
like a crazy asshole or anything. Like, she didn't deserve any of this. Like, oh my God. Like if she was like, maybe she was a horrible villain.
She's just some woman. Had all this happen to her on the promise of $500,000.
Jesus Christ.
It's so bad.
That's terrible.
She didn't do anything wrong. She got absolutely destroyed.
Fucking terrible.
I hate it for her. But
that's fucking awful.
It's so funny.
Oh my God.
Another thing that's
tough shit, Amanda. Good Lord. I'm sorry to hear that.
Should have played better, loser.
Yeah, I hope the last 20 years have been kinder to you. Good Lord.
So another thing.
It's like 2004 at this point,
2004.
Right? Oh my God.
She's got it rough, man. Okay, another thing that's super
Amanda, don't worry. 3 years from now, the Giants are going to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl, and everyone's going to fucking have a huge party. I don't know where you're from, unless you're from fucking New England. If you're from New England, then I'm sorry.
Oh, God. Sorry. Holy cow.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. So good. Okay, I'm going to get back on Big Brother, I promise.
Man, just start watching these new Marvel movies that are coming out. Trust me, they're going to pay off.
This one that comes out in 3 years called Iron Man.
Yeah, it's really...
You'll love that.
It's not really that great, but it builds...
There are 100 of them.
Yeah. Don't worry, man. In 8 years, the world's going to end. The Mayans predicted it.
Holy shit.
I love how I'm talking to her. If she's watching this, it's today. Like, this isn't a time fucking
I gotta breathe.
traveling device.
I gotta breathe. This is so funny.
Oh.
Jesus. I'm going to talk. Okay, Big Brother. Reel it in.
I'm
Stop
glad
talking
we
about
get
Amanda.
so much joy out of this poor woman's misfortune.
There's a little bit of Schadenfreude. I'm not going to lie. I hate it for her. I hate it happened. It probably sucked massively. But it's a little funny to talk about because it's 20 years old. She's probably fine now.
That's the thing is like, when you go on a reality TV show, there's some expectation that you're going to be thrust into some drama and some limelight. Like, your personal life is going to be affected, but I don't think anyone expects that.
No.
Jesus Christ.
It's terrible.
That's one of the worst. I don't watch a lot of reality TV shows, so I have to assume that's one of the worst things I've ever heard happen on a reality TV show.
David, if you're watching, you seem great. He does look like he gives like very medium dick.
Is he wait, he wouldn't happen to be another mediocre white man.
You would never
You'd
guess.
never guess. Wow.
Holy shit.
Oh my God.
All right, I swear to God, I'm pulling us back.
We're only on like week 1 here.
We are.
Oh my God. This might be a two-parter.
One thing that's very obvious from the start is that there's 2 people in the house that are kind of running circles around everyone else.
Yeah.
A lot like seeing Dr. Will or like Danielle work. You see 2, you're like, these 2 are actually killing it. Number 1, Allison. Mm-hmm. Most people view her, I would say rightfully so, as the villain of this season.
Of season 4.
So what she does is she goes around, she flirts with all the young guys, gets really like physically intimate with them, and then sort of manipulates them into like vetoing her or not putting her up. She very famously has a showmance with this guy Nathan, who's very good at competitions. And then June institutes the first. She does this thing that is a very famous Big Brother strategy for the first time. It's called floating. You might hear that and you might think, oh, she just like...
That's when you sit in the pool and people throw CDs at
Exactly,
you.
yeah, that's what it is. She got pelted with Jack.
I'm going to make a callback to that every fucking episode. It's just going to happen.
Good. It's really funny.
All right, floating. What is
floating? Okay, so floating is when you make friends with everyone in the house, okay? You have just a decent relationship with everyone, and then whoever is in power that week, you are their best friend for the week. So you float to the power. Yeah. Okay? The way she does this...
But it's not seen as unusual because you weren't not friends before that.
Exactly. Gotcha. Exactly. The way she does this is very interesting. First off, she's in this first group of 8. The people who they call themselves the Elite 8. That's their alliance name. They're going to be against the X's.
This is
she
the most tolerable nickname I've ever
really
heard.
Is. The sort of people who are the strategical masterminds of this group are Jack and Erica. Okay, so she gets in decent relationship with them. She's the cook of the house, so no one wants to ever put her on the block or vote her out because then you might lose your cook. And then her ex, G, she kind of rekindles a friendship with him. She makes it pretty clear that it's not romantic, but she's just like, let's be friends, let's be civil. Yeah. Maybe we can work together a little bit. Mm-hmm. If you give me a good name with the X's, I'll kind of protect you.
Maybe you play your cards right, we'll bone down, and then I'll vote your ass out of here.
Holy shit.
All right, so her strategy is to be liked.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I
can't believe nobody's ever thought of that
There's
before.
A house full of unlikable people. It's such a good strategy.
Season 4, you're like, it's a brand new strategy. No one's ever tried it before.
Be a decent
Be a fucking
being.
good person.
Don't
make friends.
Don't have a one-night stand with someone and then vote them out. It's crazy. What a strategy.
Don't fucking throw furniture at the walls. Fucking 2 people got eliminated for that. For fucking breaking shit and fucking flipping out. In 4 seasons.
Oh, it's so much more than 2, but...
I mean, just in 4 seasons.
Just in 4 seasons, yeah. It would eventually be way more.
It's a fucking coin flip every season. Okay, yeah. So she's nice. She's popular. She's friends with everybody.
Yeah,
I assume this works well for her.
It works super well.
Okay. Who'd have thought?
Allison is also doing the same thing, really only with like the strong young guys who she can sort of seduce
Right.
very easily.
She's a flirt.
A lot of people kind of look down on her for this because let me be super clear. There's nothing wrong with being promiscuous or flirty or flirting with a lot of guys. I don't personally judge people for doing that. She's also an enormous piece of shit.
For other reasons.
For other unrelated reasons. She's a huge fucker.
Gotcha.
People do not like her. And every time she goes and seduces one of these guys, all the other contestants will be like, bro, what the fuck?
Well, that's the thing is like you're in a house with what 10 people now. Like
Yes.
everyone knows what you're doing. Like everyone can see you.
It's a one-story
everyone
house.
Can see you jump from
with
guy
a
to guy
tiny
every
little
week.
backyard. Everyone knows.
Yeah.
So like you have this sort of struggle between Jack and Erica trying to hold together the Elite Eight, and then you have Justin, Robert, and G, who are sort of these they're all exes, but they're all super good at competitions. So Jack and Erica not only are constantly frustrated by these people winning HOH and veto and stuff, but then people from their group keep acting like assholes. And despite the fact that Jack and Erica have like pretty good plans, you see them talk game every week, and Jack is like, listen, I know this guy lied to me about this stuff. Let's target this girl. Like he'll give out these super good plans. I personally think he's a very bright guy. It never works out. Never works out for him. Him and Erica constantly have their plans frustrated by this group of exes that are they call the Three Stooges because they look goofy. That's my favorite alliance name from this one. Robert G and Justin, the Three Stooges. They're so good. Also, this is a slight aside.
Finally, one that's appropriate.
I know.
What three
that's
mediocre
that's
white
like
guys?
whimsical and fun. That is meant for a game show.
Yeah.
Jesus.
As if every fucking contestant on that show isn't a fucking stooge.
It's true. Also, small aside, you might have to.
Called the 13 Stooges.
I don't know if you might have to cut this out, but I don't think so.
All right.
Jack is an ex-FBI agent, right?
Sure.
It's 2004. He's in his 50s. At some point, someone brings up to him like, "Hey, man, you ever looked into the FBI files on the JFK assassinations? Because like, it's all like, oh, my mom used to talk about this and stuff like that."
Conspiracy theories are nothing new, folks.
Exactly. And he goes, and he's like, listen, you're not going to believe this. I have researched this extensively. I have looked through all the FBI files. All of the information that we have gathered indicates that it was a single shooter that acted out of the top floor of that building and that nothing else was weird about that. It's like, Jack, you are an FBI agent. We cannot take your word on it. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. You understand that you're biased, right?
Yeah. The conspiracy is that the FBI covered up the assassination. Let's ask the FBI what they think.
FBI finds that the FBI did nothing wrong. Are you serious, Jack? What do you mean?
Oh my god.
Come on, dude.
How many copies of Catcher in the Rye did Jack own?
He's like, grassy knoll? I've actually never heard of that. I don't know what you mean.
You sure this guy's last name wasn't Ruby?
One of the contestants is like, aren't you biased? He pulls like a blow dart.
Why would I have to cut that out?
I don't know.
That's the part you want to cut out, but you open with Joe Jihadi Joe. Your priorities are weird, man.
I don't know. Listen, everyone has a deep-seated fear of being assassinated by a state agency.
I'll talk openly about a man who beheaded fucking soldiers in front of the world, but no. Keep it down about the whole JFK thing.
JFK, man. If that's real, we're done for.
Mason, how do you feel about the moon and landings thereof?
Who's asking?
The FBI.
Whoa.
No,
whoa.
It's me, the FBI.
Relax.
That's me putting on a mustache, by the way.
It's me, the FBI. Oh, son of a bitch. You're an FBI agent. Oh, my God. Holy cow. Oh.
The moon, and landings thereof. All right. So.
We have the floaters. Allison and June.
So June's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone else is being alliances.
Yeah.
June and Allison are doing this in different ways.
June looks at Atlanta. June looks at Allison. She's like, wow, people seem to like her. I should try that. God, I should stop fucking poking everybody with a needle every time I walk by them, and putting broken glass in their shoes. And
You
shit like
say that, but people treat June so badly. They'll walk by and they'll be like, "Wow, June, you've really put on weight." It's like, bro, who asked?
What the fuck?
June, I didn't like your cooking. Shut up.
Yeah. How dare you gain weight when you're locked in a house?
In an
with
ideal
no
scenario,
gym?
in your ideal scenario, she's like voting for you at the end of the game. Do you want her to remember all the times you called her a fat ass?
Oh my
Shut up. Why are you doing that?
Oh, fuck. All right.
There's all these people. They're super horny. Allison's taking advantage of that. Very famously, one week, Nathan wins the golden power of veto. Mm-hmm. Allison's on the block. Nathan is in the Elite Eight. Allison's part of the X's, right? She's like, Nathan, we've been in this showmance for weeks. Please, 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 I'm begging you. Use the veto on me. I'll use it on you later. We'll go to Final Two. Nathan is like, Jack and Erica are going to be pissed.
Yeah.
Okay? June is going to be pissed. Why would I do this? And Allison's like, please, I promise you I've got a game plan. We got this. And he relents. He's like, okay,
yeah,
fine. I veto Allison off. 2 weeks later, Nathan's on the block and Allison's got the veto. Mm-hmm. Nope. Easy. We just returned the favor, right? No.
Nobody ever returns the favor. Did you not watch the first 2 seasons?
It is incredible how boneheaded he is. He's like, he goes up.
The man hasn't ejaculated in months. Okay. Months.
Been on semen retention. His balls are the size of fucking globes. He's like, he goes to the veto meeting and he's like, well, this should be easy, guys. Allison, you got a favor to pay back.
Any day now, Allison.
You got a favor to pay back. So why don't you go ahead and just veto me off? And Allison stands up and she's like, no, that'd make everyone mad at me. I'm not doing it. He's like, damn it. They vote him out immediately.
Oh my God.
It's so good.
What a fucking stooge.
The veto got used 3 times that season. All 3 times on Allison.
Fucking good for you, dude.
So slick.
Well done.
She's so slick.
Well fucking done. That's great.
She's so slick.
I love that.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Keeps
fucking
getting
girl
away.
boss.
She keeps getting away with it. She keeps getting away with it.
I love it.
It's so good.
I love it. I'm here for it.
Oh,
it's so great.
She and June kind of run through the house, right?
Yeah.
They take out everyone week by week. They eventually take down, and eventually these people start kind of catching on. But like with Allison, no one wants to be friends with her and talk about it. With June, G is kind of like, you know, maybe June is kind of catching feelings for me again. Mm-hmm. Even though she said 100 times, like, hey man, it's just like a game thing. Please do not get the wrong idea. Please, God. Also, the Elite Eight is falling into shambles, not only because all these people are horny, but on top of Nathan really trying to get it with Allison, there's this other lady, Dana, who's trying to get it with Justin. So they're all so horny this year. It's ridiculous. They are all so horny.
Well, it's great because like reality shows after this became pretty much that. They were all, like there were entire shows dedicated to the idea of people wanting to bone down.
Yes. You know there's a game show now where it's like we put you on an island and all you have to do to win a huge sum of money is don't bone.
Sex. Yeah. It's like 12 or 13 like supermodels and extremely attractive people.
Get me on that game show. Get me on that game show. I will bring home a bag.
All you got to do is not have sex.
I'll be walking around with a squirt bottle, just like, hey, no touching. Yeah.
My strategy would just be anytime any romantic partner approached me, I would just be like, hey, have you listened to my podcast? What's your take on the moon and landings thereof? How many copies of Catcher in the Rye do you want?
Have you heard the tale of Danielle Reyes and Lisa Donahue?
Yeah,
it's a tragedy.
It's a tragedy.
It's a tragedy.
Absolutely. Good Lord.
They're all so horny this year.
I think whatever the next season of that show is, they should throw in at least one wild card. Who's
It's
just
Love Island,
just
right?
a fucking chud. It's just like
Absolute asshole.
an absolute fucking piece of shit.
Like, what about a flat earther?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. God.
Or like Charlie Sheen.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, I got it. Love Island, but one of them is randomly HIV positive.
They all got that. That you didn't have to explain the joke. Charlie Sheen's pretty much only famous for one thing now. Fuck his whole movie and television career. That's what he's famous for.
Oh no! Oh my God!
Good Lord.
Holy Jesus!
Yeah.
Oh. This is so stupid. This is so dumb.
Oh my God.
So the Elite Eight all obviously falls. They all get destroyed except for June is left. Allison's left. You got Robert and Erica, and we're like moving into the late game.
Which is weird because you said that like June was floating and she was making friends with everybody, but you said that people often treated her bad, which is weird. I guess she just has a thick skin where they like they treat her bad and maybe they don't realize that they're being a piece of shit to her.
I don't. Maybe these
But
things
she just
were like
fucking lets it. She just absorbs it all and says fuck it.
maybe like we've made a lot of progress in the past 20 years as far as like realizing that you just like shouldn't comment on women's weight. I thought that's always been a thing. I've been for as long as I remember in my entire life. That's
But
always
it's
been a
2004. Yeah, I can see mediocre white men just not thinking it's an issue to say like,
really
maybe get a bigger size pair of pants.
looking a little thick around the middle, June.
Yeah,
My friend. That's my best friend.
Who would have thought that 16 years ago, my math's off, 18 years ago, that mediocre men just did that a lot.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's bad. It's really bad.
I want to see like Jack makes a comment about June's weight, and then June's just like, yeah, well, at least I didn't assassinate a sitting U.S. president.
Well, you and all your federal agent friends.
Why don't you shave your mustache, you fucking goose-looking piece of shit.
God. The sad part is, like, I like Jack a lot. I think he's just like a nice old guy.
My favorite part is that I don't know what any of these people look like. So I'm just
You probably have a
You
good
say he's an
idea in your
ex-FBI agent. I'm just like crew cut mustache. He's got it.
No, he's actually got a monk balding pattern, like with just around the
horseshoe.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like no facial hair. He's got like a long face, no facial hair. Just like this nice old dude. He just looks like a stereotypical, just like old guy.
Heard that. Yeah, I'm imagining what FBI agents look like on TV.
Oh.
But in reality, they just look like how cops look in
The
real
shaved
life.
flat, the high and tight with the thick black mustache. Oh, God.
It's the same face that I imagine when you say someone's a firefighter. It's the same face. It's the same face. It's basically just it's Goose from Top Gun. It's
all
just
New York
mustache.
All
Sunglasses.
New York first responders are the same guy. It's the same guy.
Yeah.
All New York first responders are the same guy.
Not necessarily just New York. Anywhere. Ohio, same thing. You tell me that a firefighter in Cleveland wouldn't have the same crew cut and mustache as a guy from Brooklyn.
I do imagine that, but I also imagine that he's in a big parka because he's in Cleveland. So that changes it. That changes the guy.
He's wearing
Also,
firefighter
if you're in like the
clothes.
north,
Why would he be in a parka?
If you're in
He'd
like
be
the
wearing
north,
fire gear.
If you're in the north, I imagine you're like the like big fat guy with the gray mustache, and you're like, all right, let's see how you're like that kind of.
Come on, pal, you can't park
Yeah.
here.
That's
more Boston,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't do those accents.
Whenever I try to do fucking New York, it always ends with a little bit of Boston.
I think all accents and voices I do, no matter what context, eventually reduce to Joe Pesci. Is that normal?
I mean, sure.
I think it's
Why
normal.
not? All right. Where are we?
We're in the late game.
Okay. Allison June still running shit.
Yeah, absolutely going crazy. They just got G out of the house.
Okay, and everyone liked G.
Yeah, down to his last
So
moments.
a lot of the exes made it pretty far.
Yes.
Allison.
Yes.
No, Amanda. So Amanda. No, she's gone.
first-
Allison
so-
was an ex, right?
Yes. So like some of the first people who made it to jury were like Dana, who was not an ex.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had Nathan, who was not an ex. You had
He was just a chump.
yeah, just a loser. I think the first ex who got sent to jury was Justin, and he was like the third of 7.
And getting to jury is you have to make it past a certain threshold.
You have to make it 9th place or better.
Okay, gotcha.
And then Jack went, and he was the one who made the Elite 8. Goes to jury, and then I think it was G after him. I can't remember the exact order, but like you had a lot of exes make it towards the top. In the top 5, they have an America's vote. They didn't get rid of the whole like America polling thing after week 1, but it was just like mostly like luxury rewards is how they do it. And one of the most...
So if you're like a fan favorite from the audience, they give you like perks.
Exactly. Yeah. The most sought after one.
You get to bone down in the head of household.
Stop. Give you 1 condom.
You get an extra vote to use against...
You get a condom.
Against the romantic partner of yours.
They the most sought after one every year is the phone call or video from home, because
supposed to be no contact. Yeah.
Exactly. 3 months, you get like a video and your family says hi to you. It's like awesome. Robert gets it, and he's like the last remaining one of the 3 Stooges. He's like this line cook who works like 50 hours a week in New York. He's like a single dad because he was with Erica, but him and Erica had broken off. And everyone gets to like see the video, I think, and it's like his 4-year-old daughter who's like, Daddy, I love you. I went to my first day of preschool because it's like we're getting into like the end of August.
Yeah. And
he's like breaking down in tears. He's like, I miss her so much. She's my everything.
Yeah.
I love her. And you know, it's like it reinvigorates him because he had been doing like pretty bad for a while. You could tell being away from his family and his daughter for so long was like definitely taking a toll.
So now he's like, well, now I at least like need to go home with $500,000.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you can see, there's like a moment you can see June and Allison look at each other like, we're not taking this guy to finals because he'll be like, I need the $500 for my 4-year-old daughter.
Fuck this single dad and his fucking daughter.
It's gotta go. We will never win if we're sitting next to him in the finals.
Fuck this endearing motherfucker and his adorable daughter.
Remember when I told you about season 1, like, if you go in there and there's like a lady that runs food shelters, you'll never win over her?
Never, because everyone will come for you.
It's the exact moment.
Just lie about who you are. Say you're fucking...
There's like a moment.
Say you fucking put down dogs for a living. Yeah, I'm the guy that vets call when they don't want to do it.
I'm a lawyer for fracking companies.
I actually host the website Casey Anthony Innocence Project.
Oh God!
It's a full-time job, but somebody's got to do it.
You ever think how much like I clap when I laugh if I'm making the audio unlistenable?
No, not at all.
Oh, thank
God.
God!
A lot of people do it.
Holy Jesus! And so like, there's this. They like look at each other like we have to take each other. We can't. This motherfucker cannot be in finals.
I understand it's $500,000. I'd probably do the same thing.
It's a dream crusher.
Fuck, dude.
They get to Final 4. It's Robert, June, Allison, Erica. Erica's good at competition. She's been able to kind of string her way along.
So that's the next week that guy was gone.
Well, I'll tell you how it happens.
All right.
It's incredible.
Because that was, what was that guy's name? The line cook?
Robert.
Okay. So he's in
Final Four.
Okay,
he's
gotcha.
HOH. June and Allison can't get him out like they want to.
Mm-hmm.
He puts Allison and Erica up on the block. And much to everyone's chagrin, the thing that everyone was trying to avoid happens. They have the final power of veto. They call it, I don't understand why they did this. They call it the diamond power of veto. And they're like, since it's Final Four, you get to dictate who's on the block and cast the only vote. That's no different than just a normal golden power veto because there's only 4 people left. One vote gets cast anyway.
So the math checks out either way.
Yeah, the math works exactly the same. They're just like, we're going to call it the diamond one.
Well, it's because the value of diamonds is completely fucking fictional and they don't really do anything other than look pretty.
It's true.
So
it's a metaphor.
So
on
it's
blood
a meaningless.
diamonds.
It's a meaningless.
The mistreatment of Rwandan.
It's a meaningless
miners.
resource. Yeah, it provides no actual value. At least gold you can use for other shit.
Yeah,
if you really needed to.
You can make like microprocessors and stuff. Yeah. And this is the
Even though there's better uses for that too, I think. Still.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I like computers. They hold this. So like the year before, the final power veto was like you had to do the laser grid and like crawl to the end, right?
Yeah, it was, this one, sleeping with the enemy.
They make this giant stairwell with
what
like
a fucking way to age myself with that reference.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
That is a movie with Sean Connery and Catherine Zeta-Jones where they dip through lasers.
Yeah, God only. Well, yeah, why didn't I know that one?
Fuck off.
Sean Connery's only 100. They build this giant 4-way stairwell that's like shaped like a square pyramid with stairs, and they give everyone a bunch of slabs with names on them, and the slabs stick onto the stairs. And there's as many stairs as there are veto competitions.
Yep.
What you got to do is you start on the bottom stair, you find the person who won the first veto, and you stick to the stair.
So it's a memory game again.
Yeah, and you go up one stair, and you stick the next veto winner to the stair, and you go down and get another one and walk up. Allison is like a personal trainer or something, and she absolutely crushes everyone at this.
So it's a memory game and I guess a fitness challenge.
Yeah,
how high
you have to go,
are the stairs?
They're like normal stairs, but there's like 11 of them, I think, and you have to go up and down every time.
So you're making 22 trips up these steps.
Yeah, you go up one, down one, up two, down two, which like it's not obviously not super exhilarating like
but
physical workout.
The fastest person is going to win.
Yeah, Allison as like someone who's in insane shape and like super ripped is going to like crush everyone at it. She wins it. She wins the Diamond Power Veto. Can't get Robert. Robert's the HOH.
He's the HOH.
She's like, well, definitely getting you out, Erica, the person that famously everyone loved. Get the hell out of here.
She's got two people she can pick.
Yeah, June and Erica. And
she said,
her and June kind of have this understanding at this point in the game that like we can't take anyone else but each other.
Yeah.
We have to go to the end with one another in order for us to have any shot at winning this, because the two people left in the house with us are super likable, have played a super like above board, not like no skullduggery, no weird shenanigans they got up to. So
there's no clear villain here.
Exactly.
So,
they need to get out. So she votes Erica out. This is like kind of the heartbreaker moment of the season because Erica is like really cool, but they get her out. We're down to final 3. Okay. It's Robert, it's Allison, it's June. Robert can compete again. Final 4 and Final 3 is the only time you can win double HOHs, because winning your final HOH just means you're one of the finalists.
Right.
They get to Final 3. They do the endurance competition. Allison wins it. It's the same as it always is. They make some sort of like fun obstacle thing, and you hold on to your key, and you try to be the last holding onto your key.
Right.
And they
last one to let go. Wins.
Allison wins it. They say this year, like, well, we're going to do a 3-part, just in case. We're going to do one. We're going to do one, the endurance part that's always been done. Then we're going to do a mental competition where you put together a puzzle.
Yeah.
And then the final part where so if you win part 1, you go straight to part 3, and then if you win part 2, you go straight to part 3. If you lose part 1 and part 2,
you're out.
You're on the block.
You're on the block. Yeah. And at this point, it's Allison, Robert, and June. Okay. Allison wins.
Allison wins part 1. June wins part 2. So Robert is now on the block. He's now for sure going out because Allison and June have to take each other. He doesn't know this yet. He thinks there's a good chance that he can sway them, but at this point, his fate is sealed. They get to part 3.
No one wants to go up against the fucking poor single dad.
Yeah, no one wants to go up against a guy who has a great story to tell about why he should get the money and how he overcame really terrible odds because he was an ex.
And nobody wants to take $500,000 away from his 4-year-old daughter.
Yeah, the whole house was turned against him the whole time. He battled back for his daughter.
Everyone wants to see that kid go to college.
This dude is never going to make it now that he's out. The final thing is it's like a quiz, right? And the way the quiz works is they ask people in jury questions, and they'll be like, what was the most embarrassing part of the Big Brother house? And they'll give you a real answer and a fake answer. You have to guess which one the person said. June does something super interesting here. They have this, they do this whole quiz. They ask their 6 questions, and at the end of 6 questions, there's a tie. So they go to tiebreaker. And the tiebreaker question is something to the effect of, how many minutes have you been in the Big Brother house since the beginning of day 1? And Allison, and it's Price is Right rules. So if you go over,
closest without going over,
without going over, and if you both go over, the closer wins. Allison writes down an honest answer. June writes down 1 billion, and like writes it out. She's like 1 billion. You could like see a light switch go off in her head. She goes 1 billion, and Julie's like, well, Allison, you win, make your eviction. Now, we learn later that June wrote $1 billion down on purpose. She realized partway through the competition that she can secure an extra jury vote if she makes Allison evict Robert. Because Robert will be angry at her for evicting him, not taking him to the finals with her, and vote for June to get the money.
So it'll make her look like an asshole.
Exactly.
So June lost on purpose.
Yes.
Wow.
She threw the final competition to make Allison be the one to evict him. Wow. This becomes like a very... It doesn't come up a lot, but every time it comes up, it's so slick.
Yeah. It only works in a situation where where one of the three of you is like beloved by everybody.
Exactly. Yeah. You can make someone look bad by making them evict someone.
Yeah. Well, that's right, because then her only options are to get rid of the single dad and look like an asshole.
Yep.
Or take the single dad to the finals and probably lose.
Wow.
Ooh,
it's smart.
June, you sly motherfucker.
Insanely smart.
You sly motherfucker.
This becomes like a huge move in Big Brother. The most common way it happens is on a week where there's an even number of voters. If there's ever a tie in eviction, you can make the HOH break the tie.
Yeah.
That's the only time the HOH ever votes is if there's a tie, the HOH breaks it.
Yeah.
So what'll happen is it'll get down to like final 5. There'll be 2 votes, and the 2 votes will agree. Let's split the vote and make the HOH look someone in the eye.
Make him be the bad guy.
Yeah, make him be the bad guy.
Wow.
You don't ever have to tell anyone what your vote is. This is the first time it's ever used in Big Brother.
Right.
And it's super good. It works to a fantastic degree. Robert hits the road.
Kick rocks, kid.
They go to jury. All the jury reunites. They start the questioning. They're like, hey, Allison, remember when you destroyed Nathan's game for no good reason and didn't hold up your promise and then got him evicted? And she's just like, yeah, it's part of the game. So sue me. And they go to June and they're
she doesn't walk any of it back at all.
No, she sticks to her guns.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And they talk to June and they're like, what would you say was your biggest move? And then she can be like, unbeknownst to you all, I befriended G so I could get in good with the X's. And now, no matter who wins, I'm never put on the block. And she was only put on the block once or twice.
Yeah.
So she did a pretty good job at never being in danger. Mm-hmm. Votes come in, and it's 6-1. Jude's song absolutely sweeps it. And the only person who voted for Allison was fucking Nathan. Why did he do that?
Clown. You fucking
absolute
clown.
Simp.
What'd you think? You think you were gonna get back together and she'd give you some of that fucking cold hard cash? You're gonna get married to her and get half of that fucking... Dude, come on.
Why did you do that?
Oh my God.
I think he for sure liked her, and in his head was her actions were justified. Dude. He just comes off as the biggest simp ever. It's so sad.
Fucking dude, people do crazy things for the people that they fucking love. It's nuts. Even when
he knew her for 3 months.
Love was the wrong word.
Love was the wrong word. Lust. It's all lust.
True. Apparently,
oh my God. June's song.
You got to read the fucking writing on the wall, man. She's just not that into you.
It's horrendous. June's song.
Oh my God.
Innovated the Big Brother game by becoming the first floater, creating a lot of new innovative strategies that would go on to be part of core Big Brother gameplay for years.
Those strategies are being nice and avoiding conflict.
Exactly.
Who'd have fucking thought?
Hey, you laugh, but
oh my God,
it's super good. It's incredibly effective at strategies. A lot of people in there are really nasty, and a lot of people in there enjoy the feeling of winning and getting the blood on their hands.
Yeah, they're competitive, right?
Yeah, they're all competitive people.
They pick competitive people. It's a competition, but
yeah,
but who'd have fucking thought playing nice is the way to go? Sharing, playing nice,
cooking for people,
doing dishes, helping people out, being a fucking good person,
being their friend, not being a shithead to someone who controls whether or not you leave the house.
Yeah, not banging the girl with a violent ex and then kicking her out of the fucking house. David, you fucking piece of shit.
You asshole.
Fuck off.
Oh my God. She was head and shoulders above everybody. Head and shoulders above everybody. Her and Allison did the exact same thing almost, but she wasn't a huge turd about it. This season is so good.
Wow.
It's so good because all the cast members have a ton of personality. They're always There's like a ton of really cool gameplay. Like at some points, while the X's still like don't know that they're being allied against, Jack and Erica convince G to like throw a competition and stuff. Like there's all kinds of sick like classic moments in this.
That's nuts.
Also, they bring back Duckball for 1 power veto, and it's like the worst designed game in history.
Duckball, you throw a rubber duck into a laundry basket?
Yes. But like they just ripped the rules straight from the rules that the people came up with the season before.
Yeah.
Which is like
nobody thought about how it was.
No one like
work.
tried to make it like a functioning game. So like the way the rules work is you get 3 ducks. If you get it near the basket, you get 1 point. If it hits the basket, you get 2 points. And if you get the duck in the basket, you get 3 points and a duck.
You get another one to throw.
Another one to throw.
So if you just keep draining them, you have infinite ducks.
Yeah, the guy that won duck ball got like 3 ducks in. Oh, he had like 19 points.
Up until that last part, I was like, oh, so it's fucking horseshoes.
Yeah, except you can get extra horseshoes. They didn't have like people who were like, maybe we should like balance this. So good, dude.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, I love.
So this guy was just fucking draining this shit like fucking Reggie
like...
Miller. but they keep giving him the ball back. And he just keeps fucking
you get a bonus duck. Like,
oh my God.
He ended that with like 15 and second place got like 9.
If you get hot, it's over. That's it. It's
done.
Over.
If you can figure out the shot, you're in. God. You've made it.
Ridiculous.
It's so good. I love duck ball. It's it's so unbalanced.
All right. So June wins.
June wins.
Any other major things you should cover, or should we sign off here?
Erica Landon would return for All Stars in season 7, and she plays a very vital role in season 7.
So look out for that in a few more episodes.
It's true. And next episode, we get to talk about probably my favorite Big Brother contestant of all time. No, second favorite Big Brother contestant of all time, Cowboy.
Cowboy.
I love Cowboy.
Cowboy.
His name's Cowboy Ellis. Next season, oh my God, we're gonna Cowboy. You'll never guess what he does. You'll never guess what he does for a living.
He's a cowboy.
Cowboy.
He drives cattle. He eats beans out of a can around a campfire.
As good as this season was, next season is better than this season is in almost every single way.
Fucking Cowboy. So they really only keep getting better.
Yeah.
For a while. Anyway.
For a while.
So far.
I think the first season that I truly disliked was like 9.
Okay. They can't all be winners. 9. That's out of 24.
Yeah,
24
out
seasons.
of 24, I haven't.
It's still ongoing, isn't it?
Yeah, they're on season 24. They're currently showing season 24. I haven't seen any of it, but
wow.
I think of the ones I've seen. So I've seen 19. I didn't like 9, 10, 11. I have to remember every season. I didn't like 15, and I'm at the end of 19 right now, and I didn't really like 19. So there's like 3 stinkers out of like 19.
Depending on how long it takes, obviously, to catch up. If we get to a point where we're catching up to the ones you're currently watching, should we start an episode by episode recap?
I would love that.
Yeah,
I think that would be sick because the way the game has evolved, there's like a definite like line you can see that starts after about from like 13 to 14, where all the like they downplay a lot more of the like interpersonal drama stuff. It's still there to a large degree. It's still a large part, but like strategy talk and like scheming and conniving starts to take more and more and more of the showtime. And like so like once we get to like 14 and stuff, I'm not going to be able to even like cover all the strategical high points in a single season because it becomes so
too
much.
Yeah,
about. Exactly. Like season 16, I don't even want to like think about how I'm going to talk about that strategically.
What was her name? June
Song.
June Song is your winner, season 4, Big Brother, with the innovative strategy of being nice to people and avoiding conflict and not being a huge fucking dickbag. So
a strategy that is surprisingly rare,
Unprecedented.
even in the future.
Unprecedented and almost never replicated. So way to go. Way to go. That's it for season 4. Tune in for season 5's recap whenever the next episode comes out. Probably next week, whatever week it is when you're watching this.
I'm Mason Slate.
My name's Mike Rinaldi. And
Wait, hold on. Just take it again. My name's Mason Slate. Are you serious?
What do you?
Okay, just smooth it out. You had like this weird like pause where I was like, I'm Mason Slate. And you're like,
I was deciding I was just deciding what I wanted to say. I thought about.
Do you have it in your head now?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm Mason Slate.
And I'm Cowboy Rinaldi.
I hate you.
I'm fucking Mike Bugowski over here. That's it. Like, subscribe if you want to fucking sponsor us or some shit. Just fucking hit up the DMs. Later on, bro. See you later. Like, share, subscribe, fuck off, comment.
Okay. So dumb.